Welcome to COVID Cooking with Marcus. So for today, we are currently going to be making a marinade for our halibut. I used this lemon for our last video. In our last video, we were making a chicken salad. So what we're going to do is use this lemon. Right now, we just want to roll it out a little bit. This way, it gets the juices flowing. So when it comes down to juicing, we're getting all the juice out of that lemon. Then we cut the lemon in half. We have a juicer here. Going to get as much of the juice out as we can. Because we're trying not to waste anything. And we're also adding some lime to this. Our recipe does call for lime, but we're going to mix it up and use both. Trying to be a little creative, adding lemon and lime. So we have our halibut in our container. We're not going to be directly adding these ingredients because what we're doing is we're whisking the juice with our oil. So we're going to be measuring everything out. And like I said, we don't have to be perfect with anything. But we are following a recipe, not specifically to a T, but we have our ingredients. We have basil, we have rosemary, we have oregano, and we have thyme. We have plenty of time. I don't know about you, but I have plenty of time. So, our recipe calls for a half a teaspoon. So we'll try to fill it up, half teaspoon. Oregano, it calls for a fourth, so we have the fourth measurement, a fourth a teaspoon, roughly a fourth. So there we go, there's our fourth. Rosemary, now rosemary calls for an eighth, which is half of a fourth teaspoon. So we're going to do the best we can. We don't have a measurement. I don't have a measurement for an eighth of a teaspoon. So maybe it's still a fourth, but we're going to toss it in. Like I said, don't have to be perfect. But whatever we make, it's going to taste delicious. And then our last ingredient, basil. Now this is our dry ingredient, and this also calls for a half a teaspoon. So do the best we can to make it a half. Toss that in. Now we're going to start with our juice first, because oil likes to stick to our tablespoon measurements. So our juice, it calls for 2 tablespoons of lime juice. Now, make some wicked food or marinades. So what we're going to do, we're not going to waste. We have excess juice. Now we have a little container over here. We're going to pour the rest of our juice into the container. This way we can hold on to it and use it for any of our later concoctions that we use. Thank you, Mother, for helping me out. So now, 2 tablespoons of olive oil into our bowl. And our bowl, we have all our ingredients, and we're just going to whisk everything together, just to make sure everything is incorporated into one. We're going to cover the halibut. Now what we have is our nice little concoction. I have a ladle. I am making sure everything in the bowl is in our container, so we're not wasting ingredients. We want to make sure all our ingredients are covering our product. We're making this ahead of time. We're marinating it. This way it's soaking and it's nice and juicy, anywhere from 2 to 4 hours. And then we're going to grill it off later tonight. So it's going to soak. Like I said, as you can see, it's not really covering everything. So what we're going to do, and look, we're shaking and showing. Everything is incorporated. So now we're going to toss this in the refrigerator and wait 2 to 4 hours, and we're going to grill it off tonight. Ooh, we're talking about smoking.
And what you're gonna do is you're going to use oil to grease it up a little bit. That way the fish hopefully doesn't stick to it. But we have this dish here that can be removed from the grill. So it makes it a little bit easier and the fish isn't stuck to the grill. So we oiled it up. We're about to toss the fish on the grill. And it should be on the grill for roughly like 10 to 15 minutes. Then it'll be done. Bon appetit.
It's wrapped up with a glove, a glove. Try not to waste gloves, of course, during these hard times. I don't know how many times I'm going to say these hard times. Give that a nice little grill. I'm going to take the excess and just drape it over top. And we're of course going to take our glove off. Close this bad boy and let it cook.
Wow.
We're finished. Obviously. There we go. Oh, some of it got stuck, but it's better than all of it getting stuck.